Hello, I'm Rucha. I welcome you to the tutorial of Photoshop for beginners. I'm going to show you how to create a new document in Photoshop using Photoshop CS5. It's an older version of Photoshop, the new being CS6 and CC, but the interface and the tools are comparatively same, so we are going to use Photoshop CS5. So I'm also going to show you the options and the basic tools and the basic interface of Photoshop. So let's get to the introduction of Photoshop as well as the history of Photoshop. As you all know, Photoshop is a raster graphics image editor which is created by Adobe Systems for Windows and OS X, that is Mac. Photoshop was created way back in 1988 by Thomas and John Knoll. Since then, it's the de facto industry standard in raster graphics image editing, or we can say it has created a benchmark in the graphic editing industry. It's so effective and it has such an impact on the industry that Photoshop is now used as a verb, such as photoshopping or photoshopping an image or Photoshop contest, which is actually discouraged by Adobe. Photoshop edits and composes in various layers, as well as it has options such as masking, alpha compositing, as well as it can edit in various color models such as RGB, CMYK, lap color, spot color and duotone. It supports a lot of graphic formats, but it has its own graphic format, that is PSD and PSB, which includes aforementioned features. Now I am going to tell you about the document that is created in Photoshop. The default file format that is created in Photoshop is .psd. A PSD saves all the imaging options that are available in Photoshop. These may include layers with masks, alpha channels, texting, duotone settings, as well as clipping options. These options are in contrast to other file formats such as JPEG, TIFF, GIF, which restrict the content for streamlined predictable functionality. The maximum height and width of a .psd is 30,000 pixels, while the maximum length of a PSD is 2 GB. Now, let's have a look at how to create a new document. For that, you have to first click on the File option above the Options bar. After clicking on the File option, you can go to the New option, which is just besides the File option. Or the shortcut key for creating a new document is Ctrl+N on Windows or Command+N on Mac. When the dialog box opens, there are a lot of options from which you have to choose or you have to fill in the details. The first is the name option, which you can change from untitled to new. After that, you can go towards preset option, which includes a lot of preset workspaces or creating custom workspace. Below the preset option is the size of the document option. In that, you can choose 800 by 600 pixels, width and height respectively, as well as you can choose the resolution as 72 pixels per inch. After that, we will be going to the color mode, that is RGB color, which we can select for web creations, as well as we can choose the bitrate as 8 bits. We'll choose the background color as white and click on OK. This is how you create a new document. So This was how you can create a new document in Photoshop. For any queries, you can get back to us on Facebook by the name millionlights, or you can also check out our Twitter handle. You can also visit our website www.millionlights.org. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and have a nice day.